You're watching Good Morning Suncoast at 5.
If you missed out on Black Friday shopping, here's your chance for Cyber Monday. We do have a warning for you.
Plus, the debate on immigration is heating up this morning as hundreds try to cross over the U.S. border over the weekend.
And it's the last week of the hurricane season. We'll look back at the historic damages of 2018. Good Morning Suncoast starts right now. Good morning, early risers. Back to reality, Monday, 26th day of the month. I'm Ray Collins.
And I'm Jess Dodrick. Thanks so much for joining us this morning for a look at your forecast coming up for the week. Let's head over to meteorologist John Scalzi.
Oh, yeah, some big changes coming up. I know I've seen a lot of new Christmas decorations in the neighborhood, and I think there's some Christmas-like weather, I guess seasonal weather, coming our way as we head into the next 24 hours. The clouds you see to the north, that's a cold front. That cold front will be arriving here later in the day, promising big changes in the 24-hour weather pattern. Fog, an issue this morning in some locations. We have visibilities reduced down to a quarter mile around the mouth of Charlotte Harbor. If you're traveling south, watch out for that. It could come up on you pretty quickly. It is possible throughout the morning hours that fog will be moving around across the area. We'll track it for you. Radar, quiet, nothing here, but to the north along that front, there is a line of storms, and that is gradually sinking southward into our area, promising us better rain chances today. Humid, muggy air lifting north in advance of that cold front, bringing our morning temperatures up warmer than yesterday by about 7 degrees. And as we head into the afternoon, some of that muggy, warm air will lead to a scattered shower or two as our temperatures cool during the afternoon. Back to you.
Thank you, John. Checking first alert traffic now. Here's the scene in Manatee County. Some buildup already on 301 as you drive out of downtown Bradenton, southbound. Checking farther south, here's the northern half now of Sarasota County. We'll check that map and just see a little congestion there along the bayfront. Nothing too serious so far. And then our South County map, no problems at all at 5:02 this morning. Well, if you didn't shop enough on Black Friday, this morning is Cyber Monday.
Before you start clicking away, you may want to take some extra steps to make sure your information stays safe while shopping online. ABC 7's Marla Spence joins us in the newsroom now with how you can do just that. Marla.
Jess and Ray, if you didn't brave the stores on Black Friday, you still have a chance to snag some super deals without even leaving the comfort of your home. According to the National Retail Federation, 75 million people are expected to take advantage of internet bargains this Cyber Monday, meaning more people will be on the web and more scammers will be lurking for those to fall vulnerable to online scams. Now, here are a few ways you can try to make sure that you don't become a victim or a victim of identity theft or getting scammed out your money. The Sarasota Police Department says you should use secure connections and make sure you only visit secured websites. You'll know if it's secured if the HTTPS is in the web browser. Also, use credit today and not debit. By doing so, you'll have more protection online, and debit cards are linked to bank accounts, which can lead to hackers directly going to your bank accounts.
If potentially your debit card number gets compromised, then you have to kind of figure out, well, does that person who has my information have access to my checking account? Could they clean my checking account out? And while you may be able to get those funds back, it can cause a whole lot of headache, and you're trying to decide, do I need to close my checking account, open a new one? Or if it's a credit card, it's a lot easier process.
And coming up at 5:45, we're going to break down a few more ways you can stay safe while adding those much wanted items to your online carts. Jess and Ray.
All right, thank you, Marla. Good ideas. Well, protests are erupting in Alabama now after police say they shot and killed the wrong person after a mall shooting Thanksgiving night. Police initially issued a statement saying that Emantic Bradford Jr. was the shooter on that chaotic night where 2 others were shot, including a 12-year-old bystander at the mall. A day later, police retracted the statement. The family of the victim is also upset how they found out about the fatal mistake.
Nobody even took the time or had the decency to notify me of my son's death. Instead, it's flashed all over social media. There is no way that any parent should have to find out the death of their child.
The family is now asking that police release their body camera footage of the shooting. In the meantime, the search continues for the actual shooter.
Relatives of a man who was shot to death before his body was found burning on the side of a Manatee County road are now speaking out about his murder. Sheriff's deputies say a witness found the body of Antonio Bradley burning along the side of MJ Road in Mayaca City on November 14th. We spoke with Bradley's family over the weekend. They say they want the 35-year-old to be remembered for his selfless personality, always putting his siblings first, his mom and 4 kids as well.
He would do anything to make sure that they were happy. So now I'm watching some kids that's going to have to grow up and not remember their dad.
Deputies say Aaron Koziak was arrested on unrelated charges before confessing to Bradley's murder. He's in the Manatee County Jail without bond. Bradley's family says the two were acquaintances and worked together.
A convenience store in Bradenton is sharing some surveillance video on social media after a confrontation between a customer and a cashier. It happened at the 7-Eleven on 14th Street West in Bradenton. Watch this video now. A store posted this video on Facebook. It shows a man walking into the store, and then moments later another man walks in. But watch the first man. He appears to get angry at the person behind the counter before walking around and getting in her face. He then backs around and slams some merchandise on the counter before leaving. If anyone recognizes this person in the video, you're asked to call the Manatee County Sheriff's Office.
Now to an escalating situation that's gaining attention nationwide. The political debate of immigration is heating up across the country. Right now, nearly 5,000 migrants are gathered in Tijuana, Mexico, seeking asylum in the U.S. The president has already threatened to shut down the U.S. border, but doing so would impact more than just immigration.
You have about $1.7 billion in commerce going across the border every single day. Hundreds of thousands of people. If you shut down the border, you basically shut down the economy of the entire Southwest.
Many hope to apply for asylum in the U.S., but agents at the entry point near San Diego are processing fewer than 100 asylum petitions a day.
A World War II veteran from Wisconsin was laid to rest on Sunday. Army Air Force Private Joseph Natvik died in 1945 at the age of 20. He was killed in a plane crash while headed from India to China. All the passengers were pronounced dead and their remains were discovered decades later. An independent investigator made the discovery, and he worked with the Indian government to have the remains returned to the U.S. DNA evidence helped identify Natvik, and his family said despite the long time they've waited for this, they're glad it's finally happened.
There isn't much of his body there, but I know his spirit is there, and I wanted him with family. He has 2 brothers there and his parents and grandparents, and so I'm relieved.
Natvik was laid to rest with full military honors next to other members of his family.
Looking ahead this week, the new Sarasota County Schools Police Department will get new leadership. Tim Enos will be sworn in as the new chief of police tomorrow. The ceremony will officially allow Enos to start in his new role. Parents and staff can get to know him at a meet and greet. That ceremony will be held on Tuesday at 10 a.m., but guests are asked to arrive by 9:30. It'll be at Riverview High School's Performing Arts Center. The event is open to the public.
The state is still looking for feedback on how to improve a stretch of US 41 near the airport, that spot right there. They're focusing on the area from University Parkway North to Whitfield Avenue. They have a team evaluating possible enhancements. Some of those include widening the sidewalks, adding more room in congested intersections, and improving lighting as well. If you want to add your opinions, go to our website, mysuncoast.com, then click on our article called FDOT Looking to Improve US 41. Still ahead on Good Morning Suncoast, the end of the 2018 hurricane season. Look back at some of the lowlights of the year.
And coming up a little later in the hour, Lido Beach goers can expect some new and improved sand on Lido Beach.
5:09 right now. Here's a shot of Grand Rapids, Michigan. Driving there in the car, they've got a lot of problems up there. Hundreds of flights were canceled in the Midwest yesterday due to the snow and wind.
Looks quite different here, thank goodness.
Oh, yes.
For what we can expect, let's send it over to meteorologist John Scalzi.
Yeah, a little bit better today, though. We do have a few issues across our region. We do have some rain and fog issues in the drive time forecast. Fog for the morning, rain perhaps in the afternoon. We'll look for some patchy fog limiting visibilities down to a quarter mile or so during the morning commute, especially south around the mouth of Charlotte Harbor. And then on the way home, some scattered showers as a cold front comes through. and changes things up remarkably. We were talking about airport hub delays. Well, we've got a few around. The O'Hare Airport has a red symbol right now. The 0 minute is incorrect. It is a 2-hour delay at O'Hare right now. In Atlanta, suffering about a 20-minute delay, generally speaking, across the airports. We'll be right back with your forecast.
Coast Guard, we are taking on water.
The United States Coast Guard. They secure our ports and waterways, protect our environment, keep drugs away from our kids, and save lives. It's dangerous work. And in times of triumph or tragedy, the Coast Guard Foundation answers the call to support Coast Guard members and their families. Learn more at coastguardfoundation.org.
It's year-end clearance time at every Gettle location. Over 3,000 new vehicles, over 1,000 used vehicles on clearance right now at Gettle.com. And Gettle Pre-Owned Certified Plus means buying with peace of mind. Get credit help, fast cash for your car, and year-end clearance prices right now at a Gettle dealership near you. Gettle's got it. At Gettle.com.
You love the look of exterior lighting, but lighting contractors cost a fortune. And wiring your own lights? Well, don't try that at home. You need Disc Lights by Bell & Howell, the portable, powerful, solar-powered LED outdoor lights that mount flat to the ground to create incredible cascades of light. Best of all, there's no wiring at all. Just press Disc Light flat to the ground and you're done. Bell & Howell disc lights utilize light conversion technology that absorb the sun's energy in storage cells, where it's converted into solar-powered electricity. So when the sun goes down, disc lights come up for 10 full hours and turn off automatically in daylight. And now you can get this set of 4 Bell & Howell disc lights for just $19.95. But wait, order today and we'll even ship it to you free. But there's more. Order today and you can get a second set of 4 disc lights. Just pay a separate fee. So don't delay. Order your Bell & Howell disc lights today. Call now.
Call 1-800-974-0967 or go to disclights.com. That number again is 1-800-974-0967 or order online at disclights.com.
Teachers inspire our children and promote a lifetime of learning. So ABC7 and Gettle Automotive want to honor these chalkboard champions by giving them the chance to win $500. But we need your help. Go to mysuncoast.com/chalkboardchampions to nominate an outstanding teacher who's really making a difference. And each month we'll deliver $500 to one teacher in Sarasota County and one teacher in Manatee County. Go to mysuncoast.com and nominate your chalkboard champion today.
At Boys and Girls Clubs, it's not just about trying new things.
Tanya, come here.
Learning the right steps. 2, 3, 4. Or making contact. It's not just about exploring the future. It's about helping them build it. It's about making the connection. It's about proving every kid and teen who enters our doors has what it takes. Great futures start here.
Now your ABC7 First Alert Weather Forecast with meteorologist John Scalzi.
Well, currently have a very kind of sticky feel to the air out there with an air temperature of 74 degrees and a dew point value of 73. So when they're very close together like that, you get high relative humidity, which is what we've got now with a 97% relative humidity. South-southwest wind comes in at about 9. We have a pressure at 29.95 and a fairly clear sky, but that clear sky kind of belies the fact that we have some fog that has formed in many locations, reducing visibilities significantly, especially around the mouth of Charlotte Harbor. 7 a.m. temperature, I think we'll probably get to probably around 70 degrees, and then as we head into the afternoon, we will continue to rise in temperature till about noontime, 1, 2 o'clock. Then we'll start to see our temperatures begin to fall off as we get some shift in the wind that becomes a little bit more westerly and eventually a bit more northwesterly as a front moves through. Now, as the front approaches, we work in a chance of showers during the second half of the afternoon and especially in the early evening. I think by around 7 p.m., our rain chances will start to be reducing. We'll get down to about 30% by 7 p.m. And then as we head into the overnight, rain chances go away, skies start to clear, cooler air starts to arrive, and we'll have a pretty big difference in our 24-hour temperature as we head into tomorrow. Rain forecast right now is pretty quiet during the morning hours. I don't expect to see much, but there's our frontal boundary, which does have some pretty intense storms right now, moving through parts of, well, Big Bend region, up through Tallahassee, into areas of South Georgia. Now, this frontal boundary will be in the process of decay as it sinks southward. So by the time it gets onto our doorstep, I think we'll probably have a scattered shower or two, maybe a thunderstorm, but that chance of a thunderstorm is pretty low. This is where the big story is in the country right now. O'Hare still getting hit by some heavy blizzard conditions out there. The bulk of the storm in this is now moving toward the Detroit area. Places in upstate Michigan are getting some pretty heavy snowstorms right now, as well as some fairly heavy rainfall moving into the Ohio Valley. All of that lifts off to the north and to the east, and as it does that, it drags our cold front through our area. With the cold front moving through our area, we get some breezy winds at times during the afternoon. We get some increasing cloud cover during the afternoon as well. Maybe some late day showers, about a 40% chance of that. Then clearing and significantly cool tomorrow as winds shift. Scattered showers to the north of us kind of fall apart as they get a little bit closer to us, but we'll have rain shower chances right through about the 5, 6, 7 o'clock period, right through drive time tonight. And then everything kind of clears out, and we're left with some pretty nice conditions, I think, over the next several days, but they will be significantly cooler conditions. Taking a look at temperatures across the nation in your hometown, you can see that there is some cooler air sinking south. We've got some single-digit temperatures in North Dakota and along the Great Lakes regions, 40s right now, 50s as far south as Atlanta. Some of this cooler air is what's in store for us. We will see some nighttime temperatures that will be in the 40s over the next several days. So significant changes, I think, coming from what we have seen over the last few days. Beach and boating forecast shows, well, some pretty quiet conditions. Northwest or southwest wind to northwest coming in at about 10 to 15, increasing to perhaps 20 during the afternoon. And over the course of the 7 days ahead, well, we look at a fairly warm day today, coming in at around the 80-degree mark almost, but falling temperatures in the afternoon with that chance of showers. Tomorrow, check it out, huge difference. 67, our daytime high tomorrow, with nighttime lows in the 40s. Wednesday, also a cool day with 63. Full sun all of these days, but temperatures in the 60s. Then we start to rebound Friday as the next front comes through Saturday into Sunday. Back to you.
All right, I'll get the sweaters ready. Thanks, John. Taking a look now at first alert traffic in Manatee County. You're not seeing any delays, just some slight slowdowns if you're heading in the north and southbound directions near the city of Bradenton. Other than that, there's nothing happening in Manatee County. In the northern half of Sarasota County, you're seeing some delays on St. Armand Circle as you're heading away from the circle into the city of Sarasota. Other than that, everything looks clear in the northern half of the county. In the southern half of Sarasota County, we are seeing an accident, it appears. Click on that and tell you a little bit more about what's going on. There is an accident at Water Street at Hillsborough Boulevard, so beware of that if you're heading in that direction this morning. It's 5:18 on your Monday morning. The Suncoast may have steered clear of any hurricanes this season, but regardless, this hurricane season was one for the books. Andrew Gorton takes a look back at the busy 2018 season as it comes to an end this week.
Historic flooding, catastrophic wind damage, and lengthy power outages led to billions of dollars of damage during the 2018 hurricane season. The Low Country and Coastal Empire were spared for the first couple of months of the season, but that changed entering the peak months. At the end of August, we began closely monitoring a tropical wave moving off the coast of Africa. What started as a wave soon developed into Major Hurricane Florence, taking aim at the United States.
We don't anticipate any significant issues from Hurricane Florence. Of course, that changes with every advisory.
Within a few days of landfall, it was clear that the Carolinas would receive a direct hit.
I have already ordered the mandatory evacuation of all people in all of the evacuation zones.
Florence caused historic flooding with nearly 3 feet of rain falling in portions of North Carolina and is also blamed for at least 49 deaths. Just over 2 weeks after Florence dissipated, our attention turned to an area of low pressure in the Caribbean. This area of low pressure would become Major Hurricane Michael, that would go on to make landfall near Mexico Beach, Florida, with sustained wind at 155 miles an hour. Not only did Michael alter the Florida coastline forever, but it took a toll on Georgia's agricultural industry.
We are with you, and we will stay with you until we rebuild and recover better than ever before.
Despite farmers doing what they could to salvage their peanut and cotton crops before the storm, millions of dollars in crops were lost across the state. The coastal empire and low country also experienced power outages due to many areas receiving wind gusts over 50 miles an hour.
We've worked hard, like I say, it's been some long hours, and we've still got a long ways to go. It doesn't seem to get any easier, but we're getting better at it. We're getting a lot of practice lately, seems like.
The 2018 hurricane season saw 15 named storms, 8 being hurricanes, 2 of those reaching major hurricane status. Thankfully, with just 1 week left in the 2018 hurricane season, looks like we are in the clear until 2019.
That was Andrew Gorton reporting. November 30th is the last day of hurricane season.
Environmentalists say extremely cold temperatures off the coast of Cape Cod caused the deaths of dozens of sea turtles. An environmental group says 227 cold, stunned turtles have been recovered from the Gulf of Maine since Wednesday. About 2/3 were dead. The 54 survivors are being warmed and will be shipped to other aquariums for eventual release.
Still ahead on Good Morning Suncoast, why experts expect today to be one of the biggest shipping days in history.
And next half hour, the murder trial for the man accused of driving his car into a group of peaceful protesters last year in Charlottesville, Virginia. We'll have a preview for you. But first, here's a live shot from the Amazon Fulfillment Center, one of 11 locations in New Jersey.
I was live at one of these locations, the one in Tampa, actually, the Ruskin area last year at this time. Remember, it's a very busy day for them on Cyber Monday.
So far, it looks relatively peaceful there, but that'll change as the mouses start to click on orders on this Cyber Monday. You're waking up to Good Morning Suncoast on ABC 7.
Happy Honda Days are here, and you're gonna like the holiday clearance savings. Save on the Accord, on sale for just $249 a month. That's the North American car of the year for less than the competition. Our most impressive Honda ever, on clearance for only $249 a month, loaded with more options, including a turbocharged engine and Honda Sensing. Do not miss these Honda clearance savings this week at your local Honda dealer.
We believe in patriotism. We believe in our nation's youth. We believe veterans earn their benefits through their service to our nation. We believe in a strong national security. We believe in our country. For 100 years, veterans have been impacting our nation through the American Legion, and we believe it makes a difference. If you believe, learn more at legion.org/webelieve.
It's hard to see when you're outside at night. It's time for the Atomic Beam Sunblast, the new solar-powered light that's super bright. Atomic Beam Sunblast lets you add a light anywhere, and the atomic solar panels charge the built-in lithium-ion battery quickly. Then the 180-degree motion sensor turns on the light when you get near and automatically turns off when you disappear. Look, here's a best-selling outdoor solar light, and here's the super bright Atomic Beam Sunblast. Get the super bright Atomic Beam Sunblast for only $19.99. But wait, call right now and you can double your order and get a second Sunblast, plus our best-selling Atomic Beam flashlight. Just pay a separate fee. That's 2 Atomic Beam Sunblasts and the Atomic Beam flashlight. Call now.
Call 1-800-494-1002. That's 1-800-494-1002 or visit bysunblast.com. So call 1-800-494-1002. Order now.
A promise was made. A promise that hit the beaches of Normandy. A vow that captured Iwo Jima. A contract that weathered Tet. A pledge that stormed the desert in Iraq. An IOU that braved IEDs in Kandahar. A promise was made to America's veterans. DAV fights to keep that promise, so all veterans and their families get the benefits and support they earned. For help, visit DAV.org.
The thought of my sons growing up without me inspired me to quit smoking.
I talked to my doctors, and then I threw away all my cigarettes, ashtrays, and lighters.
I started exercising instead of smoking.
Letting my friends online know I was quitting kept me on track.
Staying away from alcohol when I was first quitting was key.
I kept on trying, learned something each time.
Do whatever it takes.
No matter how many times it takes.
We did it. You can too.
For free help, visit cdc.gov/tips.
Shoppers are expected to spend nearly $8 billion on this Cyber Monday.
The story in today's Tech Bites.
In today's Tech Bites, Cyber Monday is here.
Experts say today could be the biggest online shopping day in history. Americans are expected to shell out $7.7 billion. Some sites will cut prices up to 70%.
So the frenzy kicked off at midnight Eastern Time. Walmart shoppers are seeing discounts on tech products. There are also some surprise deals that are planned.
Rival Target has discounted everything on its site. All prices have been slashed at least 15%. And could plastic driver's licenses become a thing of the past?
More states could soon allow people to show their license on a smartphone. In July, Louisiana became the first state to make digital licenses available. And according to the American Association of Motor Vehicle Administrators, at least 14 other states are considering the idea. Voila.
Those are your Tech Bites.
Have a great day.
Tech Bites, sponsored by Bounds.
Harry's meeting clients from far away, but they only see his wrinkles. He's gotta play it cool to seal the deal. Better find a way to smooth things over. If only Harry used some bounce to dry. Yeah, he would be less wrinkly and winning at life.
Pain wants to stop you, block you, like that's gonna happen. Icy hot. Icy to dull, hot to relax. Rise from pain. Icy hot.
Sometimes the best time is time you make for yourself.
Aveeno Daily Moisturizing Lotion improves skin hydration in just 1 day. And for twice the moisture, try the body wash too.
Aveeno, naturally beautiful results.
Where to go and what to do in Muscle Shoals in Florence, Alabama. Personalized just for you. Find your sweet spots at alabama.travel/sweet spot. Mascara adds depth to the eyes. Lipstick gives the mouth color and definition. And ALS paralyzes the body.
You look great, Mom. Thank you.
Slowly taking away the ability to move and eventually breathe.
Here's something we bet you didn't know. Nearly half of all cancers can be prevented. That's right, half. Nearly 50%, mostly by making small everyday changes in your diet and controlling your weight, walking more, eating less, and eating foods that help you and your family to seriously reduce the risk of cancer. And of course, by not smoking. Visit the Cancer Prevention Together We Can website and get a free 30-day planner filled with tips, recipes, stats, and more about protecting your family. Go to prevent50.org.
I witnessed him have 2 heart attacks in ICU. He went through seizures.
We'd much rather have Aaron like this than dead. A lot of parents don't have that luxury.
He can't talk. He can't walk. This is a condition Aaron will live with for the rest of his life because he abused prescription pills.
Mind your meds. Learn more from the Partnership for Drug-Free Kids.
We're losing exotic animals on a daily basis, and the ones that we have in captivity are really the ambassadors for their wild counterparts. I'm Clayton Rozier from the Big Cat Habitat and Gulf Coast Sanctuary, housing over 150 exotic animals that needed a great home. And if you love animals, please help them. Do it locally. Support your local no-kill shelters, your local wild animal sanctuaries. Make a difference where you can.
Patriotism.
It inspires passionate debate, and it's worn like a badge of honor with good reason, because it means love and devotion for one's country. But what really makes up this country of ours? It's the people. To love America is to love all Americans. This year, patriotism shouldn't just be about pride of country. It should be about love. Love beyond age, sexuality, disability, race, religion, and other labels. Because love has no labels.
You're watching Good Morning Suncoast at 5:30.
Coming up, tensions at the border are high this morning as hundreds of migrants attempted to enter the U.S.
Plus, some of you are up early on the computer. Cyber Monday, shopping deals. We'll have a look at deals and steals and also your safety.
And a Florida police officer is now being praised for saving a baby's life. Those stories and more right now on Good Morning Suncoast. Welcome back, everyone. It's 5:30 on your Monday morning after the holiday. Did you have a nice Thanksgiving?
Yeah, I did some traveling around Central Florida. Had a great time. You went farther away than I did, though, right?
Yeah, I took a flight up north to see my family. It was in a wedding. It was
Yeah?
really nice. A lot different weather-wise. It was about 20 degrees when I landed
Oh my
there.
gosh. And our third banana here went even farther away to warmer weather. John.
Yeah, we went south. We heard about those 20s up north and said, nah, not so interested in that. Looking at some pretty quiet conditions around here. We do have some cooler weather headed our way, however. We've got across the region right now a little bit of high, thin clouds moving across, but that has helped to kind of produce a little bit of fog cover. In fact, in some places it's kind of thick around the mouth of Charlotte Harbor. You may have some isolated pockets of quarter-mile or less visibility. That certainly can come up on you pretty quickly and reduce visibility significantly. So watch for that heading south. Or if you're south and heading north, just be aware that it's around your neighborhoods. We're looking at quiet conditions on radar right now. Don't expect to see much developing here, but there are some strong storms to the north of us. In fact, some multiple lightning pops potential here for some severe weather. And as this storm system sinks southward, the Severe Storm Prediction Center puts us in a marginal risk for some severe weather today. Not tornadoes, but some gusty winds as well as perhaps some small hail as the system sinks south. Don't think we're going to see a lot of that. I think a lot of that activity will occur north of us, well north of us, and especially during the first half of the day. Temperatures across the region generally holding around the 70 mark, give or take. A little cooler inland, a little warmer near the coast. That's warmer than yesterday by about 5 to 7 degrees because of the humidity that is in the air right now. It's thick out there. That's the reason for the fog. And then as we head into the afternoon, our rain chances go up to about 40%. Back to you.
John, checking first alert traffic now. Here's the scene in Manatee County. A little buildup there as you come from the Green Bridge from Palmetto into downtown Bradenton. Some construction going on there on that bridge right now. Farther south, here's the scene in northern Sarasota County. A little buildup there as you come through St. Armand Circle and head toward Bird Key and the mainland there. And then farther south, we'll check that map and see little tiny buildup at 681 as you connect back to 75, but also an ongoing issue at Atwater Street at Hillsborough Boulevard, just into the northern Charlotte County area. Be aware of that in case you're traveling in that section of our viewing area. An eventful weekend in Southern California where hundreds of migrants tried to sneak through the U.S.-Mexican border, but they were met by tear gas. As reporter John Lawrence tells us, this led to the temporary closure of the border.
A battle at the border. About 500 migrants tried to enter the U.S. illegally Sunday, stopped by federal and local authorities in Mexico. In some cases, tear gas was used to disperse the crowd.
It was very scary. I mean, I just, I cross often, and this is the first time I've just been so afraid that I may just stay in America. No, but I mean, it is what it is.
President Trump tweeting this weekend that migrants seeking asylum will not be allowed into the United States until their claims are individually approved in court.
It's a humanitarian crisis. They can't afford to take care of those people and feed those people and have them used as a waiting room, as this president has had wanted them to do.
Mr. Trump even threatened to close our southern border.
Of course, we don't want to see the border closed, but you know what? Safety of our nation comes first.
The rush of migrants led authorities to suspend all crossings at the largest border checkpoint between San Diego and Tijuana for a few hours Sunday. More than 36 people were arrested at the border. Mexican officials say the migrants who tried to enter the U.S. Sunday will be deported. I'm John Lawrence reporting.
Now, the mayor of Tijuana says he won't let the migrants' actions damage Tijuana's relationship with the U.S. He's calling for the Mexican government to help with this situation.
The murder trial for the man accused of fatally mowing down a 32-year-old in a rally in Charlottesville, Virginia, is set to begin today. James Alex Fields Jr. is accused of killing Heather Heyer during a 2017 Unite the Right rally. Several others were injured when Fields allegedly plowed into a crowd of people demonstrating against the rally. The rally drew self-described, quote, white nationalists and others who oppose the city's decision to remove a Confederate statue from a nearby park. Fields has pleaded not guilty to murder and malicious wounding charges.
Also happening today, former Trump campaign advisor George Papadopoulos is set to start his 14-day prison sentence for lying to federal investigators in the Russia probe. Papadopoulos has asked a federal judge twice in the last 10 days to pause his sentence. The judge denied both those requests. He is now set to surrender at a correctional facility in Wisconsin later on today.
Republican senators are calling for a briefing on the murder of Washington Post journalist Jamal Khashoggi. This comes after top GOP members criticized President Trump last week for backing Saudi Arabia after the CIA concluded that the Saudi crown prince ordered the killing. Now, U.S. Senators Lindsey Graham, Bob Corker, and others say they want to know more about that possible connection. The briefing is expected to take place on Wednesday.
All right, 5:36 right now. Many of you are clicking this Monday morning on cyber deals. It's Cyber Monday. As for the biggest discounts, here's ABC's Rebecca Jarvis.
Cyber Monday is just a few hours away and is on track to be the biggest online shopping day in U.S. history. An estimated 75 million Americans are expected to shell out $7.7 billion.
The best deals for shoppers on Monday will be toys and apparel. You're going to see discounts of up to 60 to 70%.
Starting at midnight, Walmart will deliver discounted tech products from Apple to game consoles with even bigger surprise deals on the way. Target is putting the entire site on sale with 15% off everything. For those in the shopping spirit right now, we spotted this gel memory foam mattress on Wayfair, originally priced at more than $2,300, now 89% off on sale for $266. And the 6-piece knife set for more than $300 off at Sur La Table. Also, save 50% off apparel at J. Crew and Banana Republic. But before you click purchase, experts recommend doing your homework.
If you're okay with getting electronics that are maybe of an older generation, check out Cyber Monday and know that that's probably going to be the first items that are discounted.
Rebecca Jarvis, ABC News, New York.
You can give a priceless gift this holiday season. One Blood is looking for donors and is hosting a blood drive at Venice City Hall. It will take place this Wednesday from 9 a.m. to 2 p.m., but you can sign up in advance. All donors will receive a blanket and a wellness checkup, which includes blood pressure, temperature, and a cholesterol screening.
This Friday is the final day to pay property taxes with a discount in Sarasota County. The tax collector's office is offering 4 easy ways to do it. To get a 4% discount on your property taxes, use their 24-hour drop box in any of 3 locations. You can also go online to their website by midnight on Friday or mail it to their office as well.
Lido beachgoers can now enjoy sunbathing in some new sand. 185,000 cubic yards of sand are being pumped into the Inn to fix the major erosion that has plagued the Sarasota beach. The sand is being dredged from New Pass, and big machinery is helping to put that sand in place. ABC 7 viewer Taylor Armstrong sent us this drone video of the emergency renourishment. Now this project is just a temporary fix. The city plans to dredge hundreds of thousands of cubic yards from Big Pass by next fall. But that project still has to get through some legal hurdles first. This beach renourishment project is expected to be finished by February.
The local branch of Wreaths Across America is asking for your help to reach their goal of laying wreaths on all the grave sites at the Sarasota National Cemetery. The organization still needs to collect enough money for 1,500 more wreaths. Misha Richardson got involved with Wreaths Across America after her husband, who was a Navy veteran, passed away 4 years ago. He is buried at Sarasota National Cemetery, which is out Clark Road east of the interstate.
We need to recognize them, not just Memorial Day, Veterans Day, but during the holidays. It's also important for those family members who've lost a loved one that have that empty chair during the holidays. That hurt never goes away.
The Wreaths Across America ceremony will take place Saturday, December 15th at 10 a.m. at Sarasota National Cemetery. For more information, go to our website, mysuncoast.com.
NASA's InSight is making its final descent toward Mars. The spacecraft is expected to land on the surface of the red planet today. InSight is the first mission to study the deep interior of Mars. It launched from Vandenberg Air Force Base on May 5th of this year. InSight will study Mars in hopes of learning how our solar system formed.
Mars is pretty cold today, but Earth is a nice place to take a vacation. So we'd really like to know why one planet goes one way and another planet goes another way.
A few weeks after landing, a robotic arm will deploy instruments to measure Mars quakes and meteor strikes and heat sensors that scientists hope will teach them about the Martian interior.
Still ahead, Cyber Monday will preview of some deals, but also some safety warnings if you shop online. And many folks in Chicago might want to shop online today. It's 33 degrees there right now, and snow and wind in the forecast.
It's already delayed more than 1,200 flights. They've been canceled across the country. So if you're traveling today, make sure you make sure your flight is on time and not canceled as well.
We have a change in our local weather, not quite as severe though, John Scalzi.
That we do indeed have some big changes coming our way. Today we have a little bit of patchy fog during the morning hours. So for school bus pickup, we're looking at a 70-degree temperature, but patchy fog around. Rain-free conditions, however. But by drop-off, there will be a few scattered showers here and there, cloudy and humid with a temperature of 77. Because of that little chance of a shower, I'll put a 7 out of 10 chance of an outside recess today. Complete forecast coming up in a few.
It's year-end clearance time at every Gettle location. Over 3,000 new vehicles, over 1,000 used vehicles on clearance right now at Gettle.com. And Gettle Pre-Owned Certified Plus means buying with peace of mind. Get credit help, fast cash for your car, and year-end clearance prices right now at a Gettle dealership near you. Gettle's got it. At Gettle.com.
Introducing CopCam, the brand new HD mini security camera that catches thieves. It's motion activated, so it only records when it needs to. And it loop records, so you can leave it out 24/7. CopCam has infrared LED, so it can record at night. It comes with a clip to use as a body cam for security or for action sports. And it makes a perfect dash cam. CopCam also comes with an 8GB memory card. Get yours today.
When it comes to drinking, what do you think moderation is? The U.S. Dietary Guidelines define moderation as up to 1 drink a day for women and up to 2 drinks a day for men. So what's a drink? The guidelines say a drink equals 12 ounces of beer, 5 ounces of wine, or a cocktail with 1.5 ounces of distilled spirits. Each contains the same amount of alcohol. Like to learn more? Visit drinkinmoderation.org.
I took my first handful of pills, and that's when all my priorities seemed to change.
He would ask to use the bathroom in other people's homes.
He just assumed that they would have medication.
He'd go in their medicine cabinets and steal prescription drugs.
I wish I knew really what these prescription pills were.
We were so naive about the whole drug thing.
These are all synthetic forms of heroin.
Keep your medication locked up because you'll never notice that a pill is gone.
Mind your meds. Learn more from the Partnership for Drug-Free Kids.
It's been about a month, and I can honestly say I've seen the change in me. I went from being a depressed girl who didn't want help to this happy, caring girl who loves helping other people. I just really hope that people that went through what I went through get the help that they need because their story is important and they are loved. Thank you so much for everything.
For more than 100 years, American Humane Association has been teaching kids to be kind to animals. Those in our homes, on the farms, on the silver screen, and wildlife conservation, caring for the world's vanishing creatures. But we can't do it alone. Visit kindness100.org to find ways to teach kids how they can make a more caring, compassionate, and humane world for all of us.
Now your ABC 7 First Alert weather forecast with meteorologist John Scalzi.
Yeah, if you look at the board, you'll see 74-degree air temperature. You'll see a dew point value, the number at the bottom there, coming in at 73. Because they're so close together, the air is very humid outside, and it's setting the stage for the potential of a few scattered showers during the afternoon, as well as the potential for a slight, marginal risk, just barely a risk, for some severe weather a little bit later on in the afternoon as well, though I think most of that threat is going to be located to our north. South-southwest wind comes in at about 7 today. That southwesterly wind continues to just funnel that moisture in off Gulf waters and keep us in kind of a toasty start to the day. We'll look at temperatures that rise up to near the 80-degree mark, so it'll be a warm, humid start to our afternoon, coming in at around 12 noon. Fog will be lifting by around 9 o'clock, what patchy fog we have. And then as we head into the second half of the day, we'll start to watch our temperatures begin to fall off. And they'll fall off because of a cold front that'll be approaching. That cold front promises us some big changes in our 24-hour temperatures. You'll see that coming your way. By the time we hit 7 p.m., we'll be at about 70 degrees, and we'll have about a 30% chance of a shower today. Quiet across the region right now. Don't expect much in the way of shower or thunderstorm activity for the first half of the day. But there's our line of strong storms associated with a cold front that is sinking in our direction. It's producing already some pretty good rounds of thunderstorm activity, some gusty winds, and some heavy downpours of rain around the Big Bend region. And all of this slowly sinking southward will take its time getting here. It'll take the better part of about 10 hours before it arrives on our Suncoast doors. Low pressure area to the north of us continues to produce some fairly heavy bursts of snowfall in parts of in parts of Chicago, O'Hare, in parts of Michigan, Ohio Valley, seeing some fairly heavy rainfall. All of that traveling off to the north and to the east. And as it does that, it takes that cold front and drags it through our area. The cold front itself will produce at times some fairly heavy rainfall, as we've already seen. I don't think, though, that we'll see a big chance of severe weather in our area, and if we did, it wouldn't be in the flavor of tornadoes. It would be more like gusty winds and some small hail. So increasing clouds today, some late day showers, but then I think the big weather story of this week is going to be the fact that once that frontal boundary moves through, by tomorrow morning we'll watch the wind shifting north and some cooler air continuing to filter down, really changing our temperatures significantly over 24 hours. Here's the futurecast. Watch what happens. The front itself sinks southward. Now, I think as it sinks southward, we're going to see it kind of start to fall apart as it moves into our area. There may be some stronger storms moving through Pinellas and Hillsborough County, and we'll keep an eye out for some stronger storms in our neck of the woods as well. But then after we get through about 8, 9 o'clock tonight, clearing will start to occur, and by tomorrow morning, I think, we'll have a partly sunny sky. The severe thunderstorm center does place our area from about Charlotte Harbor northward in the marginal risk, which is the lowest risk category of severe weather. Does not include tornadoes in this case, but it does include those stronger severe storms that can produce gusty winds as well as some small hail. So we'll watch for that. Then on Tuesday and Wednesday, that threat is absolutely eliminated as high pressure builds in and cooler air, stable air arrives. Southwest wind at about 10 to 15, increasing to 20 this afternoon. Don't get caught off guard, boaters. Those winds will become a little bit breezy today. We'll go with about 80 degrees for our daytime high today, but then watch what happens. The front comes through. We'll go from a 59 overnight low today to about a 47 overnight low tomorrow, with a daytime high tomorrow only reaching into the upper 60s, only mid 60s by the time we get to Wednesday. And then over the days ahead, slowly increasing temperatures till we get to Saturday and Sunday, when rain chances speak to another cold front moving through. Back to you.
All right, thank you, John. Taking a look at first alert traffic this morning in Manatee County. You're seeing some delays if you're heading over the bridge from the city of Palmetto into the city of Bradenton. If you're heading southbound, expect some slight delays there. Other than that, your usual slowdowns here and there throughout the county, but nothing major to report at this hour. As we head into the northern half of Sarasota County, everything is running smoothly. And in the southern half of Sarasota County, an accident that was on our map a little earlier has since been cleared, and there's nothing to report at 5:49 on your Monday morning.
Speaking of Monday, today is Cyber Monday.
Before you start clicking away, you may want to take some extra steps to make sure your information stays safe while online shopping. ABC 7's Marla Spence joins us live in the newsroom with how you can do just that. Marla.
Jess and Ray, the day to snag some super deals without even leaving the comfort of your home is finally here. The shopping frenzy started as early as midnight. Now, as the day goes on, 75 million people are expected to take advantage of internet bargains this Cyber Monday, meaning more people will be on the web and more scammers will be lurking for those to fall vulnerable to online scams. Now, experts say one way you can try to prevent yourself from becoming a victim of theft or scams is by first keeping away from public Wi-Fi. Using it can make it easy for hackers to gain your personal information, and also make sure to use trusted vendors. Keep your online shopping limited to established and trusted retailers, and if a deal seems too good to be true, it probably is.
I would say with scammers, they usually take two alternatives. They either scare you that something really bad's going to happen if you don't act right now, or they promise you a really awesome, great deal if you don't act right now. But the common thread there is they want you to make a decision right then on the spot.
And another huge red flag is if a retailer asks you to pay with a gift card. While paying with a gift card helps keep your credit card private, it should never be a requirement for purchase, and if it's a popular way for scammers to steal your money. Ray and Jess.
All right, good advice. Thank you, Marla. On to other news now. On Florida's East Coast, a police officer in Fort Pierce helped save a baby's life. Officer Jorge Gaz was patrolling when he saw an alert that the parents of a baby had called 911. They were driving the 6-day-old child to the hospital because she was choking and turning blue. Luckily, this cop was nearby. He told the dispatcher to tell the couple to pull over at the intersection where he met them, grab the baby who was unconscious and not moving.
I gave her 3 to 4 thrusts to the back, made sure I kept her airway open. And once I heard her breathe and cry, and that's when I knew that the baby was breathing again.
She's breathing and thank God, Officer Gus saved her life. We were so thankful.
Paramedics came to the intersection and took the baby to the hospital. She was quickly released and is now doing just fine. The officer's job descriptions never seems to end, does it?
Yeah, it's good to know.
Amazing.
Those heartwarming stories there.
5:51, your day's top news headlines next, but first, here's a live look outside the studio.
You're looking at the city of Sarasota this morning. It is 5:52. We're waiting for the sun to rise. We'll be right back here on Good Morning Suncoast.
Stay connected to your clients and new customers using ABC7 Digital Media Services. Our team of professionals provide a wide array of digital services to help you get the most out of your website. We specialize in building and helping you maintain the most effective digital solutions for your business. It's vital that your online presence stands out, so our experts will equip you with the best resources available. Trust ABC7 Digital Media Services to give you the right tools to grow your business.
This is your brain. This is drugs. This is your brain on drugs. Any questions?
Yeah, I have questions.
Prescription drugs aren't as bad as street drugs, right?
Weed's legal, isn't it?
Drinking is worse than smoking weed.
Isn't it? Why
is heroin so addictive?
Molly just makes you feel happy.
I have questions.
Mom?
Dad, did you ever try drugs?
They're going to ask. Be ready. Go to drugfree.org. A message from Partnership for Drug-Free Kids.
My name is Haley. I have Fragile X syndrome. I work with Chartwells at Einstein's and FAU. I like being up front and interacting with students. The students are very nice and very hungry. Having a job is a big ticket for independence.
Hi, this is Dan Marino. When your business recruits people with disabilities, everybody wins. To find out how, go to abilitieswork.employflorida.com.
Are you a soccer mom or dad? Regardless of their age or experience level, when your kids play soccer or any other sport, there's one person on the sideline who is key to help recognize and seek medical care for sports-related concussion. It's you. You need to know the signs and symptoms of concussion, and you need to act if you think your child has been injured. Remember, when in doubt, sit them out. To learn more, go to cdc.gov/concussion. 1001, 1002, 1003, 1004.
We've all heard how military veterans adjusting to the civilian world may have certain issues.
30. 78.
If only everyone had this issue. No matter what challenge they face, Easter Seals is here for America's veterans.
Hi, I'm Janelle Hale, founder and CEO of the National Breast Cancer Foundation. No one should face breast cancer alone. When I was diagnosed 36 years ago, there was no internet, and I had to make a decision with little information. Early detection saved my life. It could save yours too. To learn what every woman needs to know about breast cancer, visit nbcf.org/hope.
Here are some of the top stories we're following for you on the Suncoast today.
500 migrants tried to rush the border, even throwing projectiles at agents. The U.S. responded with tear gas and temporarily closed the border.
Plus, a confrontation between a customer and a cashier at a 7-Eleven in Bradenton is caught on camera. Police now looking for your help identifying the man in this video. You can see he gets angry, gets into the cashier's face, slams down merchandise before leaving the store.
Hundreds of flights were canceled on Sunday after strong winds and snow blew through the Midwest. A foot of snow is expected in the Great Lakes region.
For more on that, let's head over to First Alert meteorologist John Scalzi.
Yeah, that problem continues this morning with O'Hare suffering a 2-hour delay at this moment. We are looking at patchy fog across the region with about a quarter-mile to three-quarter-mile visibility around the mouth of Charlotte Harbor. Fog kind of comes and goes, so watch out. It could pop up in your neighborhood with little warning. Just be aware that it could limit your visibility. Other than that, showers this afternoon followed by cooler weather. We'll talk about that in the next half hour. Back to you.
All right, well, this one flew back overnight from the northeast. You made it back okay.
I did. I'm still waking up, so if I'm a little slow this morning, because I didn't sleep very much.
You have an excuse today. Thank you for watching the first hour of Good Morning Suncoast. Much more to talk to you about next hour right here on ABC 7.